Let's try that again, shall we? So, back again, Oriel Myrddin Gallery, where I'm showing the Last Valley exhibition. Why the Last Valley? Well, it's an accumulation of many projects which focuses mainly on the village of Tumbl, but also the Gwendraeth Valley, one of 21 recorded valleys in Wales, and the last valley, Gwendraeth Valley, being the last in line of these 21 towards the west. It's also the one that's rarely talked about in comparison to the others, really, in comparison to the southeast valleys in Wales. So that's why I'm drawing attention to the history, the culture, the heritage of my own community. So before I go any further, I'm just going to draw some attention to this one. Say hi if you're there. I'm going to turn this camera around. I just want to draw some attention to this mainly today. I think over the next couple of weeks I'm going to do some features looking at certain aspects of the project or the anthology of works. This year is a photo book named purely Tumbl. If we take this out here, I'll flick through quickly. Just gives you an outline really of the community. This is a project that I've built over about 10-15 years, or this particular aspect of it anyway. Come down, have a look at this here. It's one of 4 photo books on display. So this shows the community and the photographs that I've developed over that time. So this project is the beginning really of this whole anthology. This began in about 2008 roughly, and continues to this day in pieces. Connection. Funny old connection. Anyway, if you pop in and have a look at this exhibition, there's a wide variety of things on show. It starts with the Tumbl. It also looks at the project Prince, or Scaffold to the Moon as it is now known. If I turn this around, we can have a little scan. It also has the exhibition Zennial on show, which is a multimedia project, photography, video, writings, etc. Even has a piece on the floor here, which takes you to a QR code or another multimedia piece belonging to Zennial itself. Just no stuff there. You can come along and have a go on the old spectrum. You can also take a look at Carnival. There's a piece by Abby Paulson there. And this is the latest photo book available. Hi Bethan, thanks for joining me. And there you have it, some of the work and stuff. So, what the Last Valley looks at really is a variety of different, it comes in a variety of modes really. So I'm looking at, with my father's project, which is Scaffold, that I'm talking about microcosm, looking at one of the characters, the main characters of the community, where I had total access to, and I discussed cultural makeup, should I say, one person that reflects the people of the community. But Tumbl, behind me here, is a celebration of the community itself and the past and the demise of its infrastructure, a mining community, which is no longer a mining community, but still has that, still recognises its again, I suppose, this cultural makeup and the people of the community. In the back here we have, let me turn it round, shall I? So there I have a picture of the Tumbl Hotel. Before it was taken down, that building was nearly 200 years old, almost. It probably would have had its 200th coming up, I'd say this decade, but it was taken down about roughly 10 years ago. And I've got it framed there nicely in its last days. So this is, again, I think this was symbolic of the community and its loss and the things that we've, the demise of its infrastructure, its businesses, its local economy. And that's what a lot of this talks about, really, the loss of what we knew growing up. And when you see this, it takes you through the characters of that community as I'm documenting, and the things like the factory. We had a factory in Tumbl which is now gone. There was a bakery in Tumbl, a huge industrial bakery, no longer with us. We don't have Gwyn Williams, the bus depot anymore, and many other things that we've lost over the years. So that project kind of talks about those things. And that was the beginning. So I've worked on that for about 10 years, on and off, just documenting, and it still continues, as I said. But that project in itself talks about the past and how that's informed us as a culture, or part of our cultural identity. Now when I look at projects then, like Prince, this talks more about, like I said, the microcosm, but also delves deeper into the past and the makeup of a person or people, because this is also a reflection of myself, my family, and there's the colloquialisms of a people or person that makes up that identity. I'm unable to take any questions by the looks of things, but thanks for popping in. If you're around, come out then, or if you've got time, make a trip, come down and have a look at this. And it's mainly to celebrate my community and the people who've grown up there, and almost an attempt to record or create some kind of archive, heritage, so they say. There's a lot of arguments around these ideas. However, it is my attempt, and it's something that I've been doing for many years, and I'm trying desperately to capture all these ideas in a capsule. I'm going to turn this around a bit. If you come down and have a look at this shuttle, you see here a little video on the show of the carnival, and you can see the photo book itself. It's on show, so if you want to buy a copy of that, they're available here, but you can have a look at it before you make a purchase. I sound like a salesperson. It's brilliant, huh? Yeah, so unfortunately I can't see any messages on here if anybody is contacting me, but I can see that some of you have joined me, so thanks for dropping in. What else do I want to tell you then? Let's see something about this actual exhibition itself. So, one of the ideas is that you get a good view of the village of Tumbl through the trees, so you peer through, and then you have a photo book on show that accompanies that, along with the photograph of the Tumbl Hotel in its last days. And as I said, this is a symbol of what this whole project is all about. Hey Chris, thanks for the message, or the wave, should I say. And this, I felt, was accompanied well by the project then. Like it delves deeper into the community where we can look at one family. From my perspective, it's almost a self-portrait, as well as much a portrait of my father itself. Then we look at the exhibition of a carnival, which looks at community and what we do together and what we can achieve when we come together. We live in a culture which apparently is affected by the neoliberal state, which we're accused of being very self-involved, and we don't look out for each other anymore. And I think the carnival is all about celebrating the fact that we do, and we do work together, and when we do, this is the fun stuff we come up with. I'll delve into that book a little bit further at another point, but as well as that, here I'm looking at the Zennial, a 1980s culture where Chris on here, for instance, will understand, and many who were brought up in Tumbl during that era, the things that were important to us and the things that made up our cultural identity, and the children born during that era, and the birth of the home computer. If you have a look here, there you have the Spectrum. You can come in here and have a go at the old Spectrum, the old analog era. There's a lot of depth to these projects, but as one, I don't think I could pull it apart right now, but I think over the next couple of weeks, I'd like to come back to a few little things and maybe talk about them a bit more in depth. But for now, come and have a look. Come down and have a look. There's I'll probably discuss a few things with you. We'll leave it till Friday. This will at one point be available as a VR project or a VR exhibition online, but that'll be a little later, where you'll be able to delve into these photo books. But yeah, come and see the variety of things on show here. It may look a lot or may not look a lot as is, but yeah, I'd like you to come down and have a look at what's on offer. Many people from the community have been involved in the making of these things, not just in their photographs, but again, something I'll probably delve into over the next week or two. But for now, I'd just like to sort of give you an idea of what's on offer. Maybe we'll look deeper into each project as the weeks unfold. So for now, I'm going to say ta-ta. Pop in when you can. I'll leave this video up there for you guys to see. Pop in and have a look whenever you have a free chance. Until then, I might be here, mind. If I'm here, give me a shout. We can have a chat. Until then, ciao for now. Bye bye.